I'm incredibly excited to present to you Redline Shine. Now, the key with applying any ceramic is in the preparation process. The better the car is prepped, the better shine we're gonna get, and this is gonna help lock in that shine for a long time. Now let's talk about Redline Shine versus most of the traditional ceramic coatings on the market. Most of the coatings, you're using a really small applicator, you're applying it panel by panel, you have to watch out for high spots, and you have to be very mindful of the cure time. Well, with Redline Shine, we cured all of that. It's an incredibly forgiving coating. You don't have to worry about high spots, and you've got long cure times, which means you can apply it to a larger portion of your car. A car like this, I could apply it in quarters, even halves if I wanted to, before wiping it off. Also, it applies to all exterior surfaces of the car. So it's almost easier than a wax. You just coat the whole thing and be done with it for a good 2 years. Now you might say, Sweeney, this isn't a 5-year or 7-year coating. And I'm gonna tell you what, there's no coating that's a 5-year or 7-year coating. Most of those coatings, you are still applying at least every couple of years, as well as a large amount of maintenance. I'm not gonna sell you what you don't need, and that's why this is a 2-year coating. So let's step into the actual application process. So we prefer a 3x5 microfiber sponge. This is gonna fit your hand size better. I have small hands, even then those little applicators are too small for me. And you're gonna apply the coating directly to this. So as you can see here, I'm gonna drip it on. And now this is a solvent-based coating. So if you haven't applied a solvent-based product before, what you're gonna see is this rainbow flashing. Now what that is that's gonna be the ceramic laying on the surface, and that's gonna be the solvents slowly dissolving off. Now let's talk about the flashing more in depth. Now what's great about Redline Shine is it does have a longer flash time, which means it's more forgiving when you do apply it. I could apply to this car, I could do a quarter of this car, I could do half of this car before removing it. Whereas a traditional ceramic coating, you're gonna have to go panel by panel and be very careful that you remove it properly so you're not getting high spots and other issues like that. With Redline Shine, you don't have to worry about that. You can apply it to any exterior surface. And again, as I mentioned, I could do a quarter of this car or half of this car. Now we're gonna watch it for that rainbowing. Once that rainbowing stops, that flashing stops, and that's when we're gonna take the coating off. Now, depending upon your conditions is gonna depend on your flash times. Flashy Florida, as we like to call it, flashes the quickest. You might flash in 60 seconds down there. Why? It's hot and it's humid. In other areas, it's not gonna flash quite as quick. Now, another thing is the car color. We've got a nice dark gray here. We can see the rainbowing really easily. Now, in a white car, silver car, these lighter car colors, it's harder to see that. What do? You're gonna wanna apply to your window, and your window is gonna be your compass for the flashing. So you'll apply it to your glass or your window. Once it flashes on the glass, that's when you know, hey, it's ready to come off of the paint as well. So you can see here, this is where we didn't apply the coating, and this is where we did apply the coating. It is now flashed all the way, the rainbow is gone, the color is gone, which means that it's ready to be buffed out. So we're gonna take a quality microfiber towel. That's important because you don't wanna scratch your car. Always use quality towels. Now we're just gonna buff that right out. As you can see, comes out nice and easy and smooth.